Well, I've just gotten back to where I want to start, and it's still. I mean, the sound kind of reminds me of deer hunting. Everything is just nice and still. Some of those days, I mean, the squirrels aren't moving. Just reminds me of one of those days. Tide is still coming in. It's a high tide, really high tide. The moon has been real close to the earth, so the tides are super high. And since it is high tide, and since it's really still, I will see what kind of a smaller frog I really have. Really want to have a topwater bite, so I'm going to fish the popper, but I will fish the old wacky worm. Got a trick worm on there now. I'm also going to fish baby 1- and a round trap, and I'm going to play with this little lure right here. Little Larry Nixon bomber something. That lure right there, that's caught a lot of fish. My GoPros, I hear everybody's having trouble with them. Can't get it to stay on the default settings. Sometimes it cuts off on its own. There we go. I hope. Things I want to do today, but I actually want to play with that spinnerbait too. It's a teeny tiny spinnerbait to have a smaller frog. All right, I'm gonna try this smaller frog for a little bit and see what happens. And it's a darker day. I don't know if this rod can really throw that. See if this little baby does the trick. A little smaller size in this stillness. So we'll see what we can pick up. Now, let's see how good this rod throws it. Yeah, I'll still throw it. I just need to watch it. All right, let's play. Let me get used to my new frog. Oh, that's good. I like that. Whoa. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fish through here and just see if I can get anything to come up on it. And that'll give me a clue if they're feeding up or down, or at least if they want to break the water surface, because that's one of the biggest keys, is to find out how they're relating to their environment. All right, I'm just gonna fish this right-hand bank too. I can cast better, and this rod is really too stiff for this thing. Oh, that was beautiful. Well, bait fish jumped out of the way. Ugh. Practice putting it places. Yeah. I want to catch them on a moving bait, but I really think that is not the deal. I think the deal is going to be slow and easy. And I'm got the old crawl on. Might have to put a worm on. We'll see what happens. Sometimes in tidal water, you got a situation like this. I mean, the cast just has to be absolutely perfect. Last cast, forget it. Must be a magnet over there. There we go. I slingshotted it in there. That's where I want to be, right there. Right where the current's coming up against it. And nothing. We'll put a worm in there and see what happens. It hit something on the way down, but I don't think it was a fish. Man, that just looks so good, don't it? My excuse is it's a high tide, man. All right, I want to get in there a little deeper right there. And I'm going to stay in there a little bit if I can. You know, I think the bass, if they are on the bottom, they're in that current. But if they're up underneath those weeds, they're a little bit out of the way of the current. Oh, heck. You know what I think? Look at that thing. I think bass had it. I didn't know it. It disappeared. I didn't see it. I didn't feel the bass. I think it might have got tangled up in the line. Maybe the bass was looking, or tangled up in the weeds. And maybe the bass was looking at it, and then when I jerked it up, it scared him. I don't know, but dang, that was a nice one. You know. That was another one. I saw him, he jumped right over it. That's right where you're supposed to be.
Oh my gosh. Whatever that is big. Oh my goodness. Put on a fluke. It certainly changed stuff. He's still on there. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's a bass, but it's not that big. Oh, it's decent. Oh, dang it. It's a decent bass. Ah, yeah, it's decent. Ouch. Check it out. Ah, how's that? Second cast with the fluke. Oh, that's a nice one. Woo-wee. I'd say it's about 4 pounds or so. 4, 5, about 4.5 pounds. 4.5 pounder. That's nice. There we go. Woo, he's flashing. We got one on the froggy frog. Come on. Yes. That's your fish, Sarah. After 4 misses, and they're really not on a frog bite today. I wanted to push it. We got one. There you go. On a Larry Dahlberg frog. Ta-da. That's Sarah's fish, Sarah's frog.